Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Vintage Cube League. We have special guest Jack returning.
Hello, everybody. You may have seen me in a prior Betty Hills video, but if not, I was homie from both high school and college, and I've been watching his content pretty religiously, and I'm excited to draft with one of the GOATs.
Everyone else out there should also watch my content religiously. Last time we drafted, we played some sweet four-color Shinobi action and got the trophy. Hopefully we can make that 2 in a row.
Yep.
This isn't the best pack to start that, though, necessarily. We've got no fetch lands, no good blue cards, no broken stuff. Got a couple fetchable lands, and a Dark Confidant. Is it Signet? You could just slam Emrakul and hope that Through the Breach wheels. What do you think?
That's kind of what I was thinking. I know
Really?
you're more of a fair deck kind of guy, but I mean Emrakul is a pretty good creature.
It is strong. And if you build, you want to get it early so you can build around it. I'm going to give it a go. Hopefully Through the Breach does come around. So there's a few ways to use this. You can use it in Reanimator with Shallow Grave, or you can use it with Sneak Attack and Through the Breach like we saw there. Those are probably the two most common. Some decks can just actually ramp into it, but not many. Not the best follow-up to an Emrakul, though. There's nothing that really works with this card.
Yep. So we don't have to marry it or anything.
Yeah, true. The best card is probably Chandra or Fury. Both of these red cards are strong. And, I mean, if we're softly hoping to wheel through the Breach, that also pushes us towards red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it is probably one of these two. And then the question is which one. I'm slightly leaning towards Chandra.
Sure.
But Fury has a higher upside for sure. Like, sometimes 0 mana, wipe your board is just incredible. But Chandra is very, very good. Makes mana, draws cards, deals damage, wins the game. Like, it has 4 abilities that cover the 4 things you want to do in Magic.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right. So, not a lot of red in this pack, of course.
Not a lot of red.
Preordain is great. Often the combo decks with Emrakul do want to be playing blue, whether it's like blue-black Reanimator or blue-red Sneak Attack.
Yep.
Hallowed Fountain's always good.
Yep.
But
Pattern of Rebirth can get Emrakul onto the field.
that's true. I didn't even think about that, but you're right.
I mean, obviously you'd rather, get it onto the field in some way of like either casting it for free or through the breaching it so it has haste.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sold on the pattern or anything. Even
Well, it will
work
wheel,
well.
guaranteed.
Okay, good point. Great point.
But that is a good thing to keep in mind. If we take Preordain and wheel the pattern, that's like a plan.
Yeah. Preordain's good. Let's build kind of a disciplined shell. But if we get some crazy cards with Evercool, then that's a good way to be.
Yeah. And here we can just get a little bit more consistency to consider. Try and set up Emrakul shenanigans. Or just, and also, if this doesn't work out, then just have a good deck.
Yep.
Firebolt's good. Tundra's good. We just passed Hallowed Fountain.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, can take a consider.
Yeah.
Okay, here we have Entomb.
Okay.
So, this is a plan. Entomb, Shallow Grave.
Yeah.
There's also Underground Sea, Mystical Tutor, and Ulamog.
Yep.
A lot of spice here. I think
Entomb looks good. We'll probably wheel something for us, whether it's the Ulamog or the Mystical Tutor or maybe a land.
Any of these lands would be nice.
And
And then, of course, we could just play normal Reanimator, too. 5th pick, Entomb is a sign.
Yeah.
So here's a fetch land. Fetch lands are always nice. We may end up being blue-black. Red hasn't looked particularly open. If we are blue-black, we could shake Thief of Sanity as a good card in our colors. Yeah, I think it's probably between these two here.
I'm fine with either. I think I probably prefer the fetch a bit.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick. So if we could get a Grixis fetchable land, that'd be really nice. Okay. Dig Through Time is good, but we should probably just take the land here.
Yeah, I like it.
I will note we're not seeing a lot of other Reanimator stuff.
We are not.
So it's not at all clear that Reanimator is open, but Entomb is the kind of card that's like you don't need a lot of black cards. If we have Entomb and then 2 reanimation spells, that's kind of enough. If you have like good card selection otherwise.
Yeah, there's other uses for it too, right? Like we could get I mean, this could be a Storm Shell, honestly. I know that's not your cup of tea either, but you can entomb, I don't know, what's that card? That, the draw 7 that goes in the graveyard?
Echo Beyonds, yeah.
I think it's a bit more versatile than it seems at first glance.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And if we end up with Yawgmoth's Will or Underworld Breach, then we can get some extra value.
Yep.
And if worst comes to worst, just throw Blood Gas in the graveyard and bring it back on turn 2.
Yep.
Not exactly broken, but sometimes a 2-1 gets the job done.
True.
Chandra's looking a little strange here, but it really depends if the Through the Breach comes around. If the Breach does wield, then we'll want to make that splash happen.
Yep. Okay.
There's Taiga, but it goes with the Wooded Foothills, but it's not really with the blue-black plan.
Yeah.
Could just take Chupacabra.
Yeah, that's a solid card. If we aren't getting anything crazy unfair or crazy off the wall, like that also just helps us kind of transpose into a more fair deck.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Something like Homa's way more linear.
Yeah.
It's not even that good in the unfair decks. Yeah, let's take the Chupacabra. And I believe we're now seeing our first pack, so we'll see if the breach comes around.
Nice.
There it is. There's also Putrid Imp, which is very good if we're in Reanimator. But we have the Emrakul. I think we just do this.
Love to see it.
Yeah, you do love to see it. So Grixis, Shenanigans, Wear Terror is just a 2-mana blow-up target artifact. Jadar doesn't do much. This card is like, we can attack with if one attack with Emrakul isn't enough, we use this to blink it and then attack again next turn. I think we should probably just take Wear Terror though.
That's fine with me.
There's the Pattern of Rebirth. There we go.
I like it.
We're going to go 4-color.
Honestly, we might not even end up playing it. Like if we get a lot more Reanimator stuff.
We're not playing any of these other things.
Yeah, exactly. So there's not really a downside to picking it.
Escape to the Wilds is really good if we're playing green.
Yeah.
Sower of Temptation is fine.
There's Seething Song too for speed.
True. Actually, I think we should take the Seething Song here. The other cards are not that good. Yeah. I don't think we're likely to play this, but there's Ulamog.
I like it. Okay.
Boomhawk Courier, probably not playing that. Bergie could. I mean, this is kind of off the wall, but it has definitely high potential.
Definitely high potential. Yeah, Reanimator's not looking super open, but
yeah, it's weird to see 5th pick Entomb, but nothing else since. But if we find, oh wow, okay, well, take a Mox. Yeah,
solid.
Ponder is really good.
Yep.
And it's not gonna wheel. We could maybe wheel Ketria Triome, which would be a blue-red land we can find with the Wooded Foothills, and then also just cast the Pattern if we do end up playing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, easy Mox here.
Yeah.
So, all over the place, but consider Preordained for consistency, and then we'll find some sort of busted direction. I mean, if nothing else, we could just be blue-red. Like, we could just cut all this stuff and be blue-red Through the Breach.
Yep.
Try and pick up Sneak Attack 2 for consistency. I think it's here 2 pretty good red interactive cards. I think Abraid's maybe slightly better versus Stowaway, which does fill the graveyard, and it just like we're gonna have some games where we just have like Emrakul Ulamog in our hand and just draw this card is very good.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and it can flip sometimes, and it's just draw a card.
True.
Which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that fits well in our deck. Abraid's also just a pretty versatile, good card, and we're most likely to play red of all, I think, at this point.
I think we're... Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But one of the 2 red cards should wheel.
Okay.
I think I like taking the Stowaway and trying to get one of these.
Yeah.
Okay. Good fetch land. Charter Course is good with some reanimation shenanigans. Yeah, I think it's mostly between these 2.
Yeah. Fetch is nice.
Yeah, I think we should probably take this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
there we go.
Steam Vents would be great because both of these could find it.
Yeah.
Are we willing to take the risk? Because Through the Breach wheeled, no one has Ulamog or Emrakul. It's so important for our deck, but so is Steam Vents, frankly. Like, We can just cut all this stuff and have like a streamlined blue-red deck with good mana, which is such a good place. Oh man, this is the hardest kind of decision. Oh, is Sneak Attack gonna come around? This pack is kind of bad, which does not help. We could get another blue-red land later.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a wee bit more risky than you are, but I'm not feeling great about passing the Sneak Attack just because we really need that card.
Yeah, it's pretty essential. And it we literally even have this. Yeah, I think you're right. If we get no blue-red fetchable lands, it will be bad. Yeah. But we immediately get 2 blue-red lands. Nice. Let's take the fetchable one, though. Yeah, this turns both of these into good dual lands. And then even it has the black, which we could get there for the Entomb.
We could get there. Yeah.
I would love Fire Island on the wheel, but okay. We have a plan. There's... Seasoned Pyromancer is just a good card. Mm-hmm. And it can help us find our combo. Yeah. And then there's also Rona, which lets us just loot and draw towards our combo also.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pyromancer is a bit more powerful, and it's a better plan B. Like you can just win with making tokens and going wide. I think I like this a little more.
Yeah.
Ooh, Nahiri just wins the game with the ultimate. It's a little tough on the mana.
It is a little tough on the mana. Also, I don't know. It's not a given that we can just ultimate our Planeswalker too.
Sure.
Like, I don't know. Is that too fancy, or there is a blue-black land? I guess we don't really know if we're playing black.
I think it's unlikely at this point.
Yeah.
We could take Bauble just for cards. Actually, Bauble looks kind of good with 2 fetches, and we can just try and dig towards our combo. Urza Saga is also an option, but I kind of like taking Bauble here.
Sure. Yeah.
There's also we could take Woe Strider and Entomb for Woe Strider, but that's a little underpowered. There's Yawgmoth's Will.
Yawgmoth's Will.
And Stomping Ground, which doesn't... I mean, Stomping Ground for Pattern of Rebirth is an option. I think we should probably just make sure we don't die.
Sure,
take a removal spell.
Yeah.
And, we could try to go deep with multiple combos, but we don't... We pass the Lion's Eye Diamond.
But there's just some pretty, insane lines. I don't know. I mean, I don't even really
Chain
know how
Lightning is definitely
works.
the right... I think we should take it.
Okay,
we have a combo plan already. 2
Yeah.
combos is a little greedy. There's the Plateau for Nahiri. We could take this and try to wield the Nahiri. Sparrow's Headquarters. I mean, we can find it off of both of our lands, so it gives us decent access to... I guess this is just as good as Plateau for setting up Nahiri.
Yeah, I don't know about Sparrow's Headquarters.
I mean, do you think we should take Plateau?
Might as well. We're not playing any of the other cards.
I mean, the question is do we want the green splash? But I think we don't really.
Yeah, I
take Plateau.
Yeah.
But not play it. Hangerback Walker as a chump blocker.
Sure.
Xenaghost is kind of interesting. That's a way to give haste if we go for Pattern of Rebirth. Yeah. There's also just a Triome, but this is the worst. We're blue-red. This is all the non-blue-red colors. Guess we take it.
As well, yeah.
We'll see. Eureka, it's kind of funny. Eldam Recall would be actually good in this deck. This was the pack with a Sneak Attack. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're not playing any of these, I think.
Yeah, but probably not.
We'll take Tendril, so you're happy. Or
we can take the Ritual. Maybe that... I
don't
know.
I mean, this enables a turn 2 kill, essentially. Yeah.
If we get demonic...
Oh, let's go!
Nice. Pretty
That's
sick.
great. Plateau, get back in here. And now Wear Tear looks pretty good, too. Wow. Okay, another Mox, a Fetch Land, and a Fractured Identity. That's kind of absurd. Spell Pierce is also very good. I mean, I think we should take the Mox, yeah. I love Fractured Identity, but this is a combo deck. We want to be fast. We want to do our thing. Okay, there's a Necromancy. Force of Negation. We're light on blue cards, but I want to get more blue cards. I want to play blue.
Cards would be nice.
These are so helpful for consistency.
Yeah, consistency's great.
So the question, I think it is probably between these 2 blue cards. This we can't pitch to yet. We could have taken Inspiring Vantage, but that seems weak. Treasure Cruise is not bad here. We are filling the graveyard somewhat. Although it's a little awkward to shuffle our graveyard away with this.
Yeah.
Which of these blue cards do you like?
I like the Force.
Yeah, I think I'm on board with that. Hopefully we get enough blue cards to make it consistent.
There's another Force.
Yeah, I think that is the pick, actually.
Yeah. What else is there, really? Not much.
Yeah, like Thieving Skydiver,
Yeah.
kind of mid. Bizarre Baghdad could get there if we end up with Shallow Grave, but I think we're unlikely to be doing that at this point. Splinter Twin, do we want more combos? Mind's Desire, just try and spike an Emrakul. We should probably take Click.
Sure, yeah.
Click is good. It sets up the combo, and it's a blue card for our two... Like, at this point, any blue card is actually... We have a premium on that with two forces.
Great point.
And I think we're probably unlikely to be playing these right now.
Yeah.
Because we can only...
Yeah.
Right now, we have 2 free white sources.
Yeah, that's not great. That's okay. How are we on playables? Pretty solid. Assuming
if we
we
cut
don't
these,
have those.
We only need 4 more
we're kinda
spells.
getting there.
Okay, Bloodstained Mire.
Yep, I like it.
Inferno Titan is kind of a combo with Sneak Attack, but yeah, let's just take the Mire.
Yeah.
And it, you know, keeps the white splash online.
If we happen to get some late Black Tutor card too, that could be really nice for consistency.
Yes.
And we do have a pretty good splash for that with the fetches and the Xander's Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Or Shallow Grave or something like that.
Late Spire Bluff Canal. We do have the Echo of Eons and Tomb combo.
Yeah.
But I think Busy Mortar is also good, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we're quite deep enough on the Stormy stuff. I think we could have probably thrown in a little bit more of that though.
Yeah, fair enough.
We got the Yogwill and some other stuff, but we also have we also have a good game plan here, so we're chilling.
Snapcaster Mage is decent, and it is a blue card. There's a Sacred Foundry if we want to make the Nahiri splash work, and then Sundering Titan is another thing to sneak in.
Yeah. I don't know.
So if we were to take this Sacred Foundry, how's our white mana? 1, 2, 3, 4 free whites. Actually, I think I kind of like taking this.
Okay, sure.
Because I think Nahiri is genuinely great here.
Okay.
And now we get a late Dak Faden.
Nice.
Oh, Spell Pierce or Arid Mesa. Let's see. We need 2 more spells. Spell Pierce is very good here, but Fetch Lands are also very good. I think our mana is actually looking pretty great, though, at this point.
Our mana is looking pretty good.
You good to Spell Pierce?
I'm good with that.
Spell Pierce plus Force of Negation plus Force of Will also means we just wreck any opposing combo deck.
Nice.
Wow, somehow Cruise comes around and another good land. Close pick. We need 1 more good playable. Although we could play Wear and Tear, so we don't really need any. This is a good Cruise deck, though. 3 fetches.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking the Cruise here.
Then we're going to need to make a cut. We can just move... Oh, Seething Song and Berg are both kind of weak. And honestly, so is Hang It Back.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. I don't think we're a Bizarre deck. We could play Magda.
We could.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It's not great. Time of Need is kind of interesting. But
we won't have the mana for that. But
yeah,
I mean, should we take it anyway? Because what else are we gonna take from here? We could take
Goblin Welder's a decent sideboard card against aggro or against artifacts.
Oh, good point. All right, nice.
Oh, Oath of Druids would be sick if we could play it, but we don't have a green splash really. Yeah, it's too late for that. So we'll take the Iconoclast, which is not terrible.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay, so do we want to play the third Path Iconoclast as our last play? Let's see. These are the cards. I think this is the core of the deck. These cards are all cards that are basically uncuttable. And this is a solid 17 land deck with 2 Moxen. So we need to bring in 2 more spells. And I would say that the considerations are these 5.
Those 5. Okay.
And so...
I think I like the first 2.
First 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Singing Song is more of a sideboard card.
Mm-hmm.
If we need to, like, kill them on turn 3, we can bring that in, but
Yeah.
I'm good with this. And yeah, I think Bergie's also kind of weak. I think Hangerback is fine. So I think it's between these 3. We do have a pretty high... Yeah, actually, Third Path Iconoclast looks good here.
We have a lot of non-creature spells.
Yeah. And we can turn 1 this,
Yep.
and then just be ahead on board.
Yep.
And then between these 2... Yeah, Magdal looks good. I'm good with this. So, let's take a look at the mana. So, we have 10 red, 10 blue. That's very symmetrical. And then, like, 1.5 white. So, if we did this, that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue. Pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 red. More than we need. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white. Seems fine. So I think we could add an island and pull out a deck.
Yeah.
All right. Blue-red through the breach. I'm not a big Emrakul the Eon's Torn first pick guy, but I think it worked out really well.
Yeah.
We have the 2 best possible planeswalkers for this sort of archetype. We have, like, some counter magic, some cheap cantrips for consistency, double mocks for power level, and just getting out early. Yeah, this deck seems sweet.
I'm excited.
I think actually, given how it turned out, Fury might have been better than Chandra, but Chandra's still going to win us at least one game for sure.
Yeah.
All right, see you in round 1. All right, here we are for round 1 on the play against OMR. Jack was just saying that I need to sharpen my my unfair deck skills, which is probably true, and so we're practicing that today. And we have a great hand.
I was only saying that because his fair deck skills are... It's impossible for those to be any sharper.
So we can play this and pass, and we need to decide if we want to get blue or white with this. We have a lot more blue in our deck, but we also have more blue sources, and we do have our 1 white card in our hand. I think we still get the blue source, though.
Okay.
And it matters, too, here, because we can't just hold it, but if we want to have Spell Pierce available next turn, which, against any forest deck, the shadow of Channel lurks ominously.
Yeah.
So, pretty ideal turn 2. We have 2 1-mana pieces of interaction. Hopefully we can find a land for Dak Faden. Not exactly. Dak is great in this deck, though. We have a lot of redundant pieces or combo cards that aren't good on their own, and we can just dig towards our key cards.
Yeah.
Okay, no Spell Pierce there. Do we main phase this digging for land?
I think so.
If they have something like a Minsc and Boo here, it's devastating.
That would be so devastating.
But I do think we need to progress our plan.
Yeah.
This is like, we're not really a deck that can play a control game that effectively against this sort of deck.
Yeah.
We need to be doing our thing. I think we graveyard this? Is there any chance that's right? This lets us play Dak Faden, and it lets us play Sneak Attack, or gets us towards Sneak Attack, but...
I mean, once we have Dak Faden, we're pretty good.
Yeah. Do you think we keep this?
It's close. I don't know.
I think we should keep
it.
Like, if there's an island right under it, then obviously we'll want to go for that. It looks weird to play Consider, keep the card, and then just pass. But in this case, I think it is correct. Now we'll see. Like, there's things that wreck us here. But the good thing is, if we fall behind on board, we can just get him with Emrakul.
Yeah.
If it's Minsc and Boo, that'd be tragic. Avalanche Riders, oof.
It's also tragic, but...
Not nearly as bad.
Yeah.
We just need to find a blue source soon. We could draw it right here.
True.
We're playing 11 blue sources. 2 are gone, so we have 9 in our deck out of 29. Not great odds. They don't attack. Weird. Never didn't have it. I think we just act now.
Yeah.
And Nahiri's looking tough to play.
Yeah.
So is Through the Breach. So we have 2 cards we don't want. And even Spell Pierce is kind of bad.
Yeah.
Okay, there is the land for Nahiri, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go Through the Breach. And I think Spell Pierce, actually.
Yeah.
And then next turn we can jam Nahiri. And Nahiri will threaten to kill them in 2 turns if they don't deal with it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they pay for the Avalanche Riders, but they probably will not. Okay, great.
Nice.
Dak plus Nahiri really lets us churn through our deck. The cat's kind of out of the bag with this in the graveyard, but
they can't do much about it.
Yeah. So, we're close to being able to just combo kill them. Click. Interesting. Let's loot. Okay. We can play Spire Bluff Canal this turn untapped. So, we can choose between any of these 4 cards to play.
Yep.
I actually kind of like playing Click here, I think.
Sure.
Which means we could discard Force of Negation.
Yeah.
And then either Chandra, Nahiri, or Plains. Very close.
I don't know.
I'm kind of leaning towards Nahiri, actually. It's bad against Devoted Druid. It's not great against Avalanche Riders either.
Okay.
Yeah. And this isn't really looking like the kind of game we're going to be ultimating it.
Yeah.
So then we can draw step, click, clear the path, and then hopefully set up to find... we got a lot of looks at either Ulamog or Emrakul. We'll just see what they have. If they didn't have any play last turn better than Echo and Avalanche Riders, that might mean they are just flooded, or it might mean they have all 7 drops. Oh, or all black cards. We're not going to take any of these for sure. That is not something I was expecting. If they find a black source for Thoughtseize, I kind of want to play the sneak attack now to make sure it's safe.
Yeah.
But hopefully we just find one of our threats into the next 3 cards and then get them. We'll trade here. So we're playing against Jund. That's kind of sick.
That is sick.
The all basic land Jund deck. Oh my god. Do we cruise first? If we cruise first, it gives us more information for Dak, but it also means we can't combo them. I think it's fine to just... Well, let's Dak first. The worst case scenario of Dacking first is that we just have to discard like Chandra or something, and I don't think we need that too badly. Sweet. So hopefully we just find the combo piece. We don't.
Rats.
So we'll just discard 2 cards. Then we'll play Treasure Cruise.
Okay, Treasure Cruise is definitely better in this deck than I was initially thinking. We have Dak and Nahiri.
Yeah. And triple fetch land.
Yeah,
this is kind of the perfect deck for Cruise. Also, Consider's great with it.
Pretty sick.
And so now we're just going to play land, sneak attack, which, Chandra Kill Your Dork is tempting, but we just don't want to lose our sneak attack to the to the Thoughtseize.
Yeah.
Wow. So we'll play land, sneak attack, bobble. We've churned through a lot of our deck to not find any of our big boys, but still, you gotta like this position. And we're gonna do this in their upkeep so they can't Thoughtseize the Emrakul. A classic Mishra's Bobble trick.
Good.
Not a swamp, baby. Inquisition of Kozilek. That's brutal. Holding 4 discard spells, no swamp. I would absolutely concede if I were them.
It looks like they've got a pretty nice Jund deck.
I mean, the mana is you can't
is not great.
4 basic in your Hymn to Torok deck. The spells are good, certainly.
Yeah.
Cabal Therapy, Cabal Therapy is great when you have other discard spells, and then they can sack their Avalanche Riders. They have some cool stuff going on, but this is why you got to take lands before everything.
True.
All right, we're very likely to hit it here. Unreal. All right.
It's okay.
Just pass holding up Hardcast Force.
Sure.
We could dash in Magda.
Pays for itself.
So if they go for Cabal Therapy, they could still Thoughtseize us, I guess, but it just doesn't do anything.
True. And if they somehow have a way to destroy the sneak attack, we can stop that with force.
True. I guess that's the more relevant thing. All right, we've got to find one of them soon. What?
Nice.
Okay, so we'll discard
Awesome.
these two. Fetch. Do we even have lands left? Okay. So yeah, we have 2 big hits. We get 3 more looks, at least. I guess we could have played Third Path Iconoclast first, but we're fine. There we go.
Nice.
So we sneak this into play. We're going to shuffle our graveyard in, which is fine. This puts them down to 1 permanent. Boom. All right, we take down John. Turn 8, finally find the combo piece. All right.
Pretty strange game.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
They had a lot of interaction, but couldn't cast it with no black source. And it seemed like we were going to win like each turn, but yeah, our 2 finishers were way at the bottom.
Yeah, that really showcases Dak Fading.
Yeah.
It fueled the treasure cruise and then literally drew us like 10 cards.
Pretty sick.
So I do like hanging back Walker against decks that like Jund type decks
Okay.
where they're pressuring your resources and this is always going to be 2 for 1. I think it's probably a little better than Magda on the draw.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else looks pretty good. Just want to run it back.
Yeah.
This does hit Mana Crypt that we saw. Yeah. I wish we had Urza Saga now with 3 0-drops.
True.
It'd be a pretty good Saga deck.
Yeah.
You could even play Beaumont Courier if we were doing that.
Mm.
This is definitely not a Seething Song matchup. You don't want them to just like Thoughtseize your sneak attack and then
Yeah.
you're stuck with a dead ritual in your hand.
Yeah.
But if we play against Storm or like a mono red or mono white aggressive deck, that could be a good tech. How about we just have land Mox stack fade in turn 1
That'd be nice.
and fill up the graveyard for our treasure cruise? Looks like OMR is going to go first after all. No Mox, but definitely a good hand. Similar situation where we have to decide between getting blue and white, and I think we just want to get blue.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Bolt the bird.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I want to kill that. It seems like they might be extra reliant on that for fixing as opposed to perhaps other builds.
That's a
that
great
have
point.
a lot more lands. Be so funny if we saw their hand at some point in this game and it was like up just all the discard spells again.
Yeah.
And that hierarch just completely, they were entirely relying on that.
Yeah, which definitely could happen. Let's just consider Island Pass here.
Yeah.
Save this to get white source now.
Yeah.
Two of their 3 colors. They really have too many basics for what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Interesting. I kind of want to just dig for the combo, honestly.
Yeah, I like that. It seems like their interaction with our combo is discard, and we're ahead of that now. And yeah, if we can just get ahead of that and stay ahead of that.
Yeah.
As soon as it's all over once they get a swamp. But
Island, and then maybe just Sacred Foundry, and then get Plateau with this.
sure, yeah.
And the next turn we could go either Chandra or Iconoclast into Treasure Cruise.
Mm.
And I do think developing the board is good against a deck that has the potential to attack our hand.
True.
Oh my god. I feel so
Oof.
bad for them. I hate when this happens to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just loot again. Make this treasure cruise cost as little as possible. Okay, I don't think we want to click them. That will probably help them. So, yeah, let's just draw towards the combo more.
Yep.
And we can leave one card in the graveyard if we want to. I guess we just leave it consider in the graveyard.
Sure.
Okay, next turn we have Through the Breach Emrakul. That should close out the game. If they rip the land now, they can stop that, but then we'll just win with like fair is it cards like this can totally win the game on its own.
Yep.
It's kind of cool. The last time we won with Sneak Attack Ulamog, and this time we won with Through the Breach Emrakul. Sharing the wealth. I think we could win this game even if we snuck in a seasoned Pyromancer, but we'll do it this way. Pretty dominant first match. Obviously, our opponent did not do as much as many Vintage Cube opponents do, but it did show off the pure card selection of this deck, how we can churn through our library, and then having like a redundant like 2 parts of both parts of the combo is kind of the perfect number. I've seen some decks that play Sneak Attack with like 5 huge creatures, which just doesn't make sense. You just get stuck with too many dead cards. But 2 and 2 means you have some redundancy, but you're not just flooded with bricks. And then I guess Nahiri is even, it's kind of a 1-card combo. Yeah, this deck is sweet.
Yeah.
See you in round 2. Alright, back for round 2. We finished our warm-up round. This hand is great against Hawkward 87. We'll keep it. We haven't drawn a Mox in our opener yet, but can't complain too much when we're getting good 7s. Polluted Delta does not get white, so we might as well just grab the turn 1 Triome unless they play something we need to kill. I think we just kill this.
Might as well.
Ooh, that's scary. Sometimes, like, it depends on your deck. Sometimes if you're playing a control game and you're limited on removal, you need to be judicious about your removal and save it for their big threats. But here we're just trying to stall. Like, we don't care about actually killing all of the threats. We just want them to not do anything huge before we get our combo. Oko, that's terrible. We can play... Yeah, that is just terrible. It's not game-ending necessarily.
Yep.
But we need to find some action pretty soon. Turn 2 Oko through our removal spell for their dork is pretty strong. We don't have any clean answers to Oko. We just need to hope that our combo is enough, basically. And we need to find it soon. Okay, that's fine. They turn our Stowaway into an Elk. That's interesting. So they sacrifice a land. We can sacrifice a land to stop them from drawing a card, but we're not going to do that. Okay, so let's start by attacking their Oko for 3. And then I think we should go Dak Fade and steal this. They can kill the Dak on the backswing, but I think taking them off of mana and giving ourselves mana is a good place to be.
That is a good place to be.
Hopefully they trade. Okay, good. Clear board. They can kill our Dak, but that's fine. Spell Pierce would be bad there, but luckily they don't have it. So they can Elk the food token, kill the Dak, but we're still at 17. They're not going to have many permanents in play. We can preordain Digging for red source. Leovold would be annoying. Shuts down the preordain. Okay, Tireless Tracker's fine. We could just play... Well, we could play Dak. Or, sorry, play Sneak Attack. I think this is a matchup where the secret level element of surprise is actually important, though, because they can make a lot of artifacts, which makes the combo less game-winning. Okay, let's just dig as far as we can. Cruise seems good here.
Yep.
We could just play it now.
Yeah.
We could also hold... We could play Click first, potentially. Which do you think is better?
I don't know.
The thing... So, Cruise will get more, cheaper every turn.
True. Yeah, I guess we could wait on it.
Alright, we'll take a look at their hand, see if they have any scary cards. I do think we're behind this game. It's not over by any means, but we're under 50%. If they kill this in response, that's totally fine. Ophiomancer, kind of good against Emrakul, but I think we just let them have that.
Yeah.
It is annoying that they have... Braid's decks are good against Emrakul, Annihilator triggers, because if we're trying to just make them sacrifice a bunch of permanents... So they can play Watergrave untapped so they can sack their clue. And we're not dead on... Well, actually, we are dead on board next turn. If they play another clue. So it's Cruise. Not very good. We can dig more. Seasoned Pyromancer.
Yeah.
And I think we just want tokens so we can discard...
Yeah, some chumpers, yeah.
Yeah, Mox Jet, Magda.
Yeah.
They're at 15, actually. That's really relevant.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. They do have a food, so...
True. They're not going to play around it, though. Magda or Force? Probably Magda.
Yeah.
Okay. Nahiri, not really what we wanted to see there. Man, we're struggling to find the creature. I guess this is why they play 5 creatures in their sneak attack decks.
Yeah, I mean, I was really hoping we would get a demonic tutor or vampiric tutor or something at some point.
Yeah, that would have gone a long way. We have Consider Preordain as our off-brand versions. Okay, this is fine. They do have another land, bummer. We could still trade with the Tireless Tracker, though.
They didn't make a food, so...
True. So we could either... Yeah, we could block everything on the tracker, or just, do more chumps to save more life. But I think killing the tracker is actually a pretty high priority here.
Sure.
And then even if we brick... Maybe we go to 5 here. We can make 2 Seasoned Pyromancer tokens.
That's...
Although,
nice.
wait, do we still die on board? So we go to 5, and then they're going to have 3 3/3s and a 2/2. So even if we block 2 3/3s, we exactly die.
Good point.
The other option would be block like this, and then we don't die next turn, but they have the tracker. That's probably better, actually.
Yeah.
But actually, we want the Seasoned Pyromancer... No, well...
Maybe
Are we going to use Season... Are we going to make tokens or play Nahiri? Probably play Nahiri. If we block like this, play Nahiri, exile the tracker, we're at 8. They can attack us with a lot of stuff next turn. We block this. We still die next turn, actually. If we play Nahiri minus. Which means we have to block like this. And now we have a way to get 1 extra turn. But hopefully we just rip the combo piece. Yep. Ulamog would not do it, though.
True.
Emrakul?
It's going to be Ulamog. Okay.
So land, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we can play Chandra and plus for mana and then use Seasoned Pyromancer.
Okay.
And then we have 3 chump blockers, we survive, and then we also get Chandra, which is like weirdly bad here. If it like exiles Emrakul, we lose. But it does represent mana. We can like use it for mana, which means we can play Nahiri and get an extra look. And the more I see of their deck, it's pretty underpowered. Like Oko's good, and the rest of it kind of sucks. So if we do lose this one, hopefully they just don't Oko us on turn 2, games 2 and 3.
They do have a Mox though.
Yeah, they have 2 Moxen. Remember, we have
right,
one of them.
yeah.
Both players, but we also have 2 Mox.
True. So yeah, that's fair.
And we didn't even want our Mox. We just looted it away. Okay, main phase cycle Triome. Not too bad for us. And they didn't make a food with Oko, so we're still good. This is where the information is key. If they knew what we were doing, they just make a food, gain 3 life, and the game's over.
Yeah.
Because they could easily sacrifice 6 permanents here.
True.
Just going everything at us. Or most everything at us.
It.
So chump, just chump, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
Doesn't matter too much.
Yeah.
Go to 5. And now we have 2 looks. At least. We might find like a Consider, which gives us more looks. Okay.
There's a Consider, which gives us more looks.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work either. Oh, I think we're 1 mana short because of the Consider now. We could play Nahiri plus. Discard this. But we would need to draw a land plus Emrakul.
That can happen.
Alright, GG. We almost got there. I mean, we dug a lot. We got to look at many cards, but we just needed to find one of our things. And once again, they're really stranded at the bottom. Holy moly. What if they were literally the bottom 2 cards? There we go, Ulamog. But even the Emrakul is deeper. We really do need a Demonic Tutor in this deck. That would go a long way.
Okay.
But alright, we can still win.
Yep.
So we're playing against, like, Sultai Braids.
Yep.
I think we just run it back.
Sure.
On the play. Good hand. I think I like playing Stowaway on turn 2 instead of Iconoclast.
Yeah.
This Nahiri is going to be kind of bad if we don't find white sources, so that's something we can loot away early. They are representing a fatal push, but I think we just jam.
Yeah.
Entomb, what? This is not the deck we played against last game? What? Entomb for Archon? Well, we might just die to a turn 2 Archon of Cruelty. We don't really have any sideboard tech against this.
Come on, don't do this. Okay.
That is not as scary as I was worried. Spell Pierce, good draw.
Oh my gosh. We need to keep that up.
Yeah.
Oh
Well, we
my
need to
gosh.
find an island so we can develop our board too. Okay, let's discard this. Actually, just passing though and flipping the Stowaway is kind of nice.
True.
Wow. So clutch that they didn't have this last turn.
Wow.
And now they're going to play the Shame land. No, they don't have it, but it's so funny when you get Spell Pierced and then just drop the land into play with Sadness. Now we can just Chandra kill this and win a fair game. Be going Bird. They could have another reanimation spell, but
could.
I don't think they're super deep on Reanimator. At least it didn't look like that from game 1. They kill our stowaway. That's fine. Alright, let's plus. No! That's so brutal.
That's actually really bad.
I think we can win this game because we're so far ahead with just like Iconoclast beats and Chandra. But they know about it, which is also bad for game 3. If we'd drawn one, that was our top card. If those 2 cards were switched, we just threw the breach them and win. But again, I'm not too worried about this game. Tireless Tracker, it's fine. Even if they've land, it's fine. And I don't think they do. Consider. So we still want to find the Ulamog. Don't want to find the land. Treasure Cruise is good, though. Bauble, Third Path, Iconoclast. Played in Modern.
Sick.
They do have a land on top. Good to know. Let's cruise. Chain Lightning, kill your guy. Guess technically we should plus the Chandra first. That's a nice message to receive. They like our deck. Island on top that we can't play. Preordain. We're going deep with this Iconoclast, dude. Dak Fade to steal your guy, make another dude. Oh, this is you love to see it. Dude, we made 5. Stormcount is 5. We made 5 tokens that all have something except this. Alright.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, that was a satisfying game. The Exhume and Tomb thing almost got us, but we had to Spell Pierce.
Wow.
They saw the Emrakul and they're like, "What are you doing? You're playing a fair deck."
We saw the Archon and we saw that too, and we're like, "What are you doing? You're playing a fair deck."
That is a great point. They might not know we have Through the Breach. They might think it's just for Nahiri.
Yeah.
But yeah, so game 3 on the draw. Hanger back is not worth it, I think. Yeah, I think we just run it back.
Sure.
It almost works to side in Entomb, and we have a good Black Splash. And if they play Exhume, you Entomb for Emrakul in response, but unfortunately it shuffles in, so it doesn't actually work. And we don't have any other... I mean, like, we could bring in this package. If we were really afraid of Exhume specifically, this package is an option. Entomb for Ravenous Super Copper, kill their thing, but that's way too deep. Let's just...
Way too deep, yeah.
Win our own fair game. Or our own unfair game. Alright. Good hand, very interactive. It's a long way away from doing our combo, but I think that's okay. Think we just kill this?
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest. That's interesting. That's a good graveyard enabler. They can put the Archon into the graveyard well. Oh man, back-to-back lands there is rough. I guess... Oh wait, no, let's just tear this. Yeah, we could save this. Yeah. Could save it to try and get the 2 for 1, but I think it's smart to just do this. Oko? Oko would be way better for us than Tracker here, of course.
True.
I don't have it. They're not playing Thought Seizes that we've seen, so let's bobble now just in case we draw something relevant.
Yep.
Alright. That's got to be good for us if that's their top deck.
Yep.
So we've had 2 1-for-1 exchanges. They have a dead card in their hand. And we have better mana. So I think we are a little ahead here, but we need to find some action. Like Dak Faden, Nahiri, Chandra.
Also, like, being a little ahead in kind of unfair matchups like this is not much of a consolation because it really matters, just like, you know, some of your top decks.
Yeah, who does the thing.
Yeah.
This Oko would also be really bad if they have Spell Pierce, but hopefully they don't. Yes.
Nice.
Alright, time to rip something nice.
There
I think we just jam that, right? I mean, cat's out of the bag then, but it means we have more out to like Treasure Cruise into having it up already. Mm-hmm. And I don't think they're likely to have ways to kill it.
I'm down.
And let's just thin a land out of the deck, I think.
Sure, yeah.
Means we're not getting our third blue source, but that's okay.
That's fine.
Alright. So, a lot of draws just win the game here. And obviously, they're very far away from doing anything. They don't even have black mana. Oh,
Nice.
baby!
Okay, cool.
We'll take that. Oh, no.
This person's awesome.
Yeah, I like this person's vibe a lot.
That's not my reaction to getting an Evercool cheated on me.
Wow. Can we find... Feeling pretty good about this position. Granted, we don't have much action. But
True.
Yeah. This opponent's a homie. Hawkward87, if you ever watch this video, thanks for being chill. Got the land, baby! It would be kind of legendary if we lost this game.
I wouldn't mind it, honestly.
Yeah.
Opponent's a chiller.
Yeah, they deserve a dub. So our deck is just like no lands. We have 8 lands out of our deck,
Okay.
and then we shuffled in all of our other spells. All right, they have 2 mana. We'll see what they can do. I mean, they have Archon in hand, so they don't need that many lands to do something. We could sneak it into play and put them to 2 or 3, but just jam. And probably just hold the land. Yeah. In case we draw Dak. Alright, they're kind of doing it. They're rebuilding. Maelstrom pulls
Sure.
the Iconoclast, okay. So they're holding Archon and 2 unknowns.
Yeah, let's cycle that for sure.
Okay, not the worst. We
Nice.
can't play this turn, but next turn.
Yeah.
Oko's gone. If they put an Archon into play, we could still survive for a little bit.
True.
They are playing a double black card. Okay, Liliana's
Okay.
not too scary.
Not too scary.
Reclamation Sage killing this is a thing. They could also bring like birds if they need the mana. They do want the birds. Interesting. Okay. Archon and 1 unknown. Chain Lightning, we can put them to 1. Let's just cruise, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we tap this in case we draw a sneak attack target. Because like any creature here would
Yeah.
be a lethal attacker. Okay, so we can sneak in Vendilion Click.
Cool.
They might just chump block,
True.
but that's still that's okay for us. Not quite as scary this time. So we'll see their Archon, see what their other card is. Counterspell. I think we let them keep that. And just try to win the Season Pyromancer.
Yeah.
Do they just take it? Or do they chump block? I think they should. Okay, they do chump block. Fair
Nice.
enough. So the battle continues. But if we just Chain Lightning their face, I think we can win the Season Pyromancer next turn.
True.
This plays around at the Counterspell. Because now they have Counterspell Archon and they can't get us.
I had a feeling. What a chiller.
So if they are able to put Archon into play, they could stabilize pretty quickly, but it's going to be hard for them to do that with 1 card.
True.
In fact, probably impossible on something with Ancestral Recall. But now we can sneak in the Pyromancer. This is like the janky aftermath of the sneak attack thing. They could have cast Archon by now, though.
Hmm.
Sneak in Magda if we need
Yeah.
to, but alright. So, 2-0. Pretty good. We're fighting for that trophy.
Nice.
Let's do it. See you in the finals. Alright, here we are for the finals. Our opponent's a bit of a high roller with a 5, but that was no match for our 6, so we're going first. And I think we can keep this.
Sure, yeah.
We want the Suspicious Stowaway to survive. Question is, do we lead on one of these basics? I think we do lead on a basic here. If they kill the Stowaway, we really want to be able to cycle.
Sounds good.
Zagoth, Triumph, okay. Back-to-back Sultai opponents. It would be so nice if they just pass. It looks like we're not going to get so lucky, though. Oust.
Okay.
So, interestingly, unlike a lot of the old werewolves, it still is day now. Which means that that when we play, or it's day now, but we're going to pass and it'll become night. Which means this will come in as a 2-1 immediately. Kind of nice little value there. Let's play Island. Cycle this end of turn, and then we can get red-white with this, and then hopefully loot away these.
Wait, what'll come in as a 2?
So it becomes night,
yeah.
and it's still night. So if we play Suspicious Stowaway, it's gonna already be a 2-1. It'll like come in on the back side of it. Weird little interaction.
Okay,
It might not matter, but it's
right.
like it's only upside for us here.
True.
Okay, so if we play 2 spells, it will flip back. So I think we just play Stowaway and pass.
Sure.
And trades are kind of good for us here because we have Treasure Cruise just filling the graveyard. All right, they're playing 5-color.
Nice.
Should be a good matchup, honestly. They're like set up for a grindy game, but they're probably not going to have great tools to disrupt a combo.
Excellent point.
Likely like Kolagon's Command or something.
Good call.
We'll just discard the planes.
Yep. That's fine.
They got the 2-for-1, but we're gonna get a 3-for-1 off of Treasure Cruise.
Nice.
No Minsk and Boo is good news. So let's preordain to start. What do you think about Force?
Nah.
I think you're right. I think we want to try and find some proactive things or the combo. Now let's go land. And then I think a Gem Crew, like, they're not that likely to be a big counterspell deck with all these lands.
Yeah.
Okay, we have the combo for next turn.
Sweet.
It's not as good as Emrakul, of course, but they only have 4 lands. So we'll take a look at what they have over there. Another land, alright. Hopefully they tap out for something dumb. Although, even if they just pass, I think we can beat that. I don't think they're super likely to have counter magic here, like I said.
Yeah.
And then removal doesn't work against Ulamog. And the game doesn't just end here, but it gets pretty dang close. Alright, we'll play around some shenanigans just because we can. I'm not too worried about holding cards for Nahiri. We're going to win this game if we're able to make them sacrifice down to 1 land.
Yep.
Boom. Ulamog, what you going to do about that? There are some things they could have here, like they could tap it or bounce it, or they could concede.
Nice.
So 5-color dirty stuff. They have a good mana base. We don't really know what they have beyond just like some removal.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just run it back, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Could play the song, but I think that's not really where we want to be. Magda might be a little bit mid, but that's okay.
That's okay.
All right, baby. 1 game away. Let's get there. Little slow. I think we keep, though.
Yeah.
They're not a particularly fast deck. We can, probably click them before they do anything super relevant.
Yeah.
Okay. That's scary.
Fast.
Yeah. Okay, that's, fine, but not that bad. Okay.
Nice.
Just go for click here.
Yeah.
This is also kind of nice. They were going to get value off of this, but now they might not.
Yeah, pretty sick.
Okay, so they cannot play Jace this turn, but it still is the scariest card by a lot, and they can play it next turn. So I think we take that. It's also very good with Corso Crufix.
Yeah.
Minsk and Boo on top. That is bad. Hopefully we can find a Spell Pierce. They don't have Oust mana. They have Blood Crypt plus these cards.
Yep.
They could play Eternal Witness just as a dude. That seems pretty weak. Ooh. I think we take this trade.
Yeah.
Although, so Click is an okay way to pressure Minsk and Boo. But taking them off of permanence, it makes Through the Breach a lot better. I think we still trade.
Okay, yeah.
Nahiri exile Courser. Then they play Minsk and Boo and kill our Nahiri. But they're low on permanence. I think that's worth it.
Sure.
So next turn we can play Season Pyromancer to dig deeper. They have Blood Crypt, Minsk and Boo, and then these cards. So they can shock, play Minsk and Boo, kill Nahiri. And then if we draw either of our big boys, we just win.
Yep.
And we get a number of looks. And then even if they get to hit us with Minsk and Boo a few times, that's fine. It doesn't look like... The combo should still be able to basically win. And notably, they're going to go down to 17 life, which means Emrakul still isn't quite lethal, but it's getting close.
Yep.
I don't know what they're thinking about here. I mean, there's no chance they'd do anything other than play Minsk and Boo. Are you down to just rip Emrakul? Do it the easy way?
Yeah, I think we should just get that.
I'm down.
So, okay, if we rip Ulamog, though, they play Minsk this turn. It's Annihilator 4, right?
Yeah, and they'll have 6 permanents.
Yep.
I think we attack the Minsk.
Yeah,
they can sack it and
Yeah.
then keep some things, but Minsk and Boo with no other permanents can still win.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to, right? Because
Then they would sack
we'd have nothing.
Minsk and the Boo, and then 2 lands and go down to 2 lands. But I think we could beat them with 2 lands.
Yeah.
There's the Crypt, and here's the Minsk and Boo.
Yep.
Good card. Definitely a good card. Emrakul.
I'll take Ulamog. You don't want to be the kid that puts a Ferrari on your Christmas list.
So smart. So let's discard. I think we discard the Spell Pierce here.
Yeah.
Get a body.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we should have kept the planes actually over Sacred Foundry. Slight misplay. If we end up losing at -2 life, I'll feel pretty dumb.
True. Oh man, Minsk and Boo is kind of unreal.
Yeah, it's so good.
Just make a giant trample creature.
Yeah.
And then card draw too. Yeah.
They can't really use card draw that well this turn. So they're going to make it a 7/7, put us to 7. That makes us almost dead on the next swing, so we need to draw our answer very soon. They oust our dude, sure. Hit us for 7. It's really this draw. We have to hit it right now.
Yeah.
They bring back the oust. Now we can't kill the Minskin Boo either, so I think we might die. I think we might just need Emrakul or Bust here.
Yeah.
Suspicious Stowaway. They can make this a 10/10, and our top card is bad. I guess we can just play the Stowaway and pass. But I think it's deterministically over, right? Because even if we get the combo, it's post combat, and they'll be able to kill us before we do the thing.
You never know, though. Maybe they... I don't know. Yeah.
Force of negation against Minskin Boo is important. Oh, we're just dead. Okay. Could we have survived? No.
No.
Oh, we would have gone to -2, which is funny because that's how much life we spent unnecessarily. But we were pretty dead there. Okay. So, game 3. We're on the play. That's a huge difference. I think we just run it back. We could bring in Seething Song.
We could.
I don't think it's worth it, though. Like, the problem is not really speed. It's more like finding the combo.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. For all the marbles. This is strictly a no Minskin Boo.
The other league we played was game 3 and match 3 for trophy 2, right?
True. Yeah. So. We love the high pressure. I can't keep this.
That's okay.
Great hand.
Nice.
Probably putting back Island.
I think so.
And we could just win an aggro game here. Magda turn 1 into Click turn 2. It brings a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish we had more dwarves. Jack is the opposite of a dwarf. He's like 6'3". Alright, we're going to get to untap with this and get a treasure, I think.
Yep. That's got to be the worst draw.
Yep. So we could click ourselves, which would essentially draw a card, but I think clicking them is better than drawing a card here. We could also just play Sneak Attack right now, but I think we just click them.
Okay.
So, we'll see, like, typically removal is not that good against our deck, but in this situation, if they don't have any, we can really punish them. They have Lightning Helix and Kolagon's Command. Yeah, that's, like, worst case scenario. Lots of good action against us. I think we take the Helix.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a very strong hand.
Mm.
They even have, like, the right lands. Helix is gone. Savannah, they played the Sakura Tribe Elder. So we know their hand. Yeah, this should just work. Let's attack them with both. To be fair, we've had several games where all of our Eldrazi are at the very bottom.
Yeah.
And this game, our first top deck was the worst draw on the deck. So I think we're not too much of a luck hack to get this here. Sneak attack and pass. And then I don't think there's anything they can do here, at least with what we've seen. If they could somehow kill both of these artifacts, we would have no red.
Mm.
But, they didn't even sack this. They just accepted the trade. Kind of a rogue move. So now what they're going to do is play Kolagon's Command to kill Click and make us discard a card. And then the problem is they're going to have no permanent. Oh no, they killed that. Okay. They're going to have no permanents and they're going to be at 2 life.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to have just 2 islands.
Yep.
They have Verdant Catacombs in their hand. Is there any chance we should wait a turn before we go for this? Oh, nice. Bottom, top, and then sack our treasure. Magda putting in work, dude. Thank God we didn't cut that card. If that was a hangerback walker, we'd just get rinsed. Alright,
Nice.
Emrakul in play. Perfect win. You have no permanence, and we have almost no permanence.
So
Baby.
sick.
Jack and I are on a roll today.
Nice.
Okay, so against all odds, picking Emrakul the Eon's Torn over Rogran Triome is actually a genius level move. We're playing some Blue-Red Twin, and this is like, it was sick. We got the trophy, so the results were good. This is also one of the best versions of the deck. We had both halves of this part, and both halves of this part. I think ideally we would have also had Grizzlebrand as a third half of this part, especially with Sneak Attack, and you just find your Emrakul. But that was great. We also had Force of Will, Force of Negation, and Spell Pierce. So tons of cheap ways to disrupt them and protect our combo. Nahiri for redundancy. Dak Faden was excellent card draw. Treasure Cruise, maybe this was the best Treasure Cruise deck I've had in Vintage Cube. And then, I mean, 2 Mox, kind of a separate thing, but always going to help.
Yeah.
This deck didn't really have any significant weaknesses. We were a little light on removal. And we did actually, one way we got pretty lucky was we drew Chain Lightning against their Manadoric a lot. But yeah, this deck was sweet.
It can be a little hard to evaluate decks like this because, you know, your draws and just how your draws line up are really important. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we ripped our Emrakul a couple times, and then also there were some games where we didn't, and the deck felt kind of worse in those where those were at the bottom.
Yeah.
And the deck felt pretty crisp where we just top decked them when we needed them.
Exactly. But we do have, I mean, sometimes you just get lucky, but we also consider Preordain, Mishra's Bauble, Suspicious Stowaway. We have, and then of course Dak
the
Faden and
Planeswalkers
Pyromancer.
too, yeah.
We had lots of ways to go through our deck. That is a way it could be better. If we also had Ponder, Probe, Brainstorm, it would be even better.
But yeah, definitely card selection helps out a lot. I also really liked how this draft was playing out where we kind of had like outs for a little bit of Reanimator synergies too. Like if we got a Shallow Grave, we could have maybe gone a little bit further in that direction.
Yeah, and then we had like Bergie plus Seething Sullen for Storm.
Yeah. But yeah, I think how we built it and what we picked was good because this is definitely a very crisp version of this deck.
And it's a version of it that trophied.
Yep. Love to see it.
Yeah, you do. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.